It's August 5th, 2015. It's Dr. Alan Blum talking about the Camel boxer shorts. Um, in Malaysia, street vendors sell everything. And when I went to Kuala Lumpur for the International Commission for the Prevention of Alcohol and Drug Abuse, it's a Seventh-day Adventist organization that holds these extraordinary every other year world meetings. And I went to one in Brisbane and one in Kuala Lumpur and one in Washington. Very nice people and very much opposed to tobacco and alcohol. But the real experience of going to Kuala Lumpur was to see the versatility of the tobacco companies, how they advertised everywhere, even when supposedly cigarette advertising was not permitted. Every newspaper had an ad for a Salem concert, including well-known singers, and as well as Salem tennis events. They would broadcast tennis events from all over the world, but the cigarette companies would put their name on there, so they wouldn't exactly be the title sponsor of the actual event, but it would appear that they would be the title sponsor without being the advertiser of the event that would be televised. And these full-page color ads in the New Times Straits, so the New Straits Times, these newspapers in Kuala Lumpur. And you had all these shops that I've talked about, such as the Kent Holiday Travel Agency or the Benson and Hedges Gold Jewelry Shop. And among the street vendors, you had all sorts of cigarette paraphernalia T-shirts, but what caught my eye, and also John Slade's, were the Camel and Salem boxer shorts. So I brought these back, and people were tired of me constantly taking off my shirt and saying at the end of my talks, so I want you to be faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, to tackle the tobacco industry and so forth. And so in the around 1990 at the American Academy of Family Physicians, I had the opportunity to do a plenary talk, and knowing that most of that audience had seen me take off the T-shirt, I said, well, I know you're expecting me to show you where that you want to be a super health example, but you never can tell where the tobacco industry is found. And I dropped my trousers, turned around to show them the white Camel boxer shorts with the Camel logo on the rear end, and everybody roared. Well, the guy moderating the event from Washington, D.C., was the head of the conference, and he loved it so much that he said, gee, I've got to borrow those because I'm giving a talk for a nursing event, and I really want to do this. And sure enough, I never heard from him. And months go by, I hadn't gotten my boxer shorts back, and I wrote to him. I said, what gives? What's going on? Where are my boxers? He said, oh, okay, I'll send them to you. But boy, that was terrible. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever had. I said, what in the world happened? You told them you were going to show them these boxer shorts, and you did, right? He says, well, I had them in my hand. They were eaten out of it was just fantastic. I had the greatest talk on tobacco I'd ever given. And I was saying to them, and the moral of this story is you never know where the tobacco companies can hide. And as I started taking down my pants, I was halfway down before I noticed that the Camel boxer shorts were still on the podium. I'd forgotten to put them on, and I am standing there with my pants at my knees and my jockey shorts on, and they are roaring, but not exactly like I thought they would.